Okay, so for round 3, we're going to go ahead and just so that you can understand what's going on here, we are going to chain 1, and then you see the asterisk. This means repeat. So what we're going to repeat, we're not going to repeat chain 1, we're going to repeat this. 2 single crochets in the next stitch, then a single crochet in the next stitch, and then repeat from the asterisk, and that should equal 18. So basically you're doing 2 1 2 1 2 1. That is the pattern. But here we're going to do 2 1 2 1 2 1, and we should get a total of 18. And it says do not turn. So in other words, don't take your piece and turn it. Right now we just turned it from round 2 to round 3. We had to do a turn. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1. There we go. We've chained 1. And now we're going to go ahead, and it's going to be tough, right? So we're not going to use this piece. We're going to go right into, and you know, we can count backwards. If you forget where is it, just count back 12. So, and it's kind of difficult because we've turned it. So if I go back here, I can go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So it's this one right here. This is number 12. You got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go right in here. And because we turned it, it's going to be a little difficult. Notice that when we turned it, look where the V's are pointing. They're pointing to the left. Okay? They're pointing to the left. And as we start working around, you're going to see that it's going to point back to the right, which is the correct way to crochet. But this tells us that we have turned it, and now we're working the other way. Okay, so we're going to do 2 1. So we got number 1A1, and you see what I just did? I just did that first crochet right there, that first single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and mark it so that I know. So that's it. Okay, so that's 1A1, 2A2, because it's 2 of them inside of A. 2. And now I'm going to do 3B. 3B. 4A1. 5A2. 6B. Now, 6B. Okay, so I got to remember that. Again, you can come up with your own kind of counting method of how to keep, tally of what you're doing. I tend to use the number stitch with A, B, C, D, E, F, meaning what stitch am I going into, and if I repeat them inside of A or inside of B, then I might go A1, A2, or A1 and then B1, B2, B3, and then C1, and then repeat it again. So it just depends on the pattern. So I'm on 6. This was 6. So now we're going to go ahead back to 7A1, because it's going to take 2 of them inside of A. 7A1, 8A2, 9B, 10A1, 11A2, 13B. 14A1, 15A2, 16B, 17A1, 18A2, and now we need to stop. Now we need to stop because we only need 18. And now it says no turn, so we're not going to turn, and we are probably going to need to connect that with a slip stitch for round 3. So I'm going to do that slip stitch right on that first piece right here. And we're going to join it. Okay. So let's go ahead and count and make sure we've got 18 here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is that stitch, the one that has my marker. 18. Now, we're not going to turn, and we're going to go right into round 4.